the thing about 1964 and 65, there are a lot of songs that came out that just blew people away. Something like All Day and All the Night by the Kinks, and I'm a Man by the Yardbirds, songs that are Too Much to Dream Last Night by the Electric Prunes. Well, that was in 1967, but the point is, back in those days, there were a lot of songs that just came out that people were like, what the hell is that? I have never heard a dang thing like that in my life. And some people say, God, I hate this. What the hell is this? And some people are like, man, this is mind blowing. These guys are going where no man or whoever has never gone before. Hear the Star Trek theme song playing in my head. This song fits the bill. This is straight blues, baby. This is. Think B.B. King. Think Bo Diddley. This is a raw rock and roll record. It sounds like an early Rolling Stones record. And even the lead singer, Van Morrison, sounds a little bit like Mick Jagger. He sounds like a blues shouter. Billboard's Hot 100. Let's go back to Billboard's Hot 100. Let me bring it up for you. And I lost my place on this record. It's on this Hot 100 somewhere. Billboard's Hot 100, December 18th, 1965. Here it is. You got to understand this. This is December 1965. Anything's possible now in music. Anything. You sit in your car, your Ford Fairlane. Remember the Ford Fairlanes? Yes. My parents had a Ford Fairlane. It was nice. Have the radio cranked up to a top 40 radio station, and this song, Mystic Eyes by Them, blares out. And you're like, oh, goodness. This is way out, man. I'm feeling it. Well, here's a song. Them by the group is called Them, Mystic Eyes. Them formed in 1964 in Belfast, Northern Ireland. They had a couple of really big hits in England. Baby Please Don't Go in 1965, and also Here Comes the Night, which was top 5 in England in 1965. Lead vocals handled by Van Morrison, 4 or 5 man group from England. They were marketed as part of the British invasion in the mid-60s, although they never got as big, obviously not near as big as the Beatles or the Dave Clark Five. Or the Rolling Stones. And the Rolling Stones really kicked into superstardom in 1965. But this is an amazing record. Guess who played lead guitar on this record? Just take a guess. Rock and roll aficionados, I'm sure you know. An unknown session player named Jimmy Page played on that record. And you know this guy, he can play some rock and roll, he can play some blues. I don't need to go there about Jimmy Page. Now this song started out as a jam session. There were 2 producers who worked on this album. The album was called The Angry Young Them. There was the legendary Burt Burns, the guy who wrote Twist and Shout, and he worked on some sessions, but he left for America. This album was recorded. And mono, I think, at Regent Sound, it was a mono studio in London. And they got into a jam session. Somebody just started playing this guitar riff, and everybody just jumped in. Van Morrison, and this is according to the acting producer, Tommy Scott. Van Morrison was blown away on his harmonica. He was jamming on that harmonica. He took the harmonica out of his mouth and started spitting out spontaneous lyrics. It was a song that he was writing at the time. There you go. There you have it. Mystic Eyes by Them. This is a treasure trove, or trough, or whatever you want to call it, of just rock and roll and blues. Boom. Matrimony. Indeed. Anything else I need to mention? Oh, by the way, yes I did. I forgot to mention this. Thank God I keep my notes handy. This thing was recorded. There was a 10-minute version. It was just a prolonged. It was going to be an instrumental until Van Morrison just burst out into these lyrics singing. It just came out of him. It happens. 10 minutes long, but they cut out the beginning and the end of the instrumental, shortened it to about 2-3 minutes. The records had to be real short back in the 60s. you'd be hard pressed to come out with something that was over 4 minutes long. And the top 40 radio stations will look at it and say, this is too long. Dude, chop it down to about 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Well, anyway, here it is from the Angry Young Them. This is them from Northern Ireland, Van Morrison on lead singers, on lead singing, and this is Mystic Eyes on Billboard's Hot 100, December 18th, 1965. It peaked at number 33 on Billboard's Hot 100, but that week, December 18th, 1965, Mystic Eyes is down to number 42, down 9 from 33. It's peaked the previous week.